We were having a tour of Carisbrooke Castle, where Charles I was held prisoner. The guide pointed out to us the window that the king didn't escape from. Apparently he was too fat. Thinking about it, I've got lots of windows that Charles didn't escape from. But nonetheless, it shows that what makes a place special is the story that's attached to it. In Jerusalem, the temple was not only special, but sacred, because it told the story of the covenant between God and his people. Yet under the Seleucid Empire, all this was to come under threat. In 167 BC, the Syrian ruler, Antichus Epiphanes, wanted to enforce a single Greek culture on all of his realms. To bring in Israel in line with this, he erected a statue of Zeus in the temple. The book of Daniel is part of the resistance to this violation. It's an apocalypse, which literally means an uncovering of secrets, a revealing of mysteries. The writer reveals the significance of present-day events by describing them as future visions from a figure of the past. Thus we heard in today's first reading, the ancient sage Daniel is made to forewarn of this coming crisis. There is going to be a time of great distress. Another example of an apocalypse is in today's gospel. We only heard a short extract, but we really need to look at the whole of Mark chapter 13. It begins with the disciples getting their first glimpse of the Jerusalem temple. Wow! What great stones! What great buildings! To these rural fishermen, the magnificent sanctuary must have seemed permanent, dependable, reliable. Yet some 40 years later, when Mark is writing, it's all gone. After an unsuccessful revolt in 70 AD, the Roman army completely destroys Jerusalem, and its once great temple is reduced to rubble. But the warning signs were present much earlier. The people of Jerusalem were looking to violence as a way of establishing God's kingdom. There could be only one result. A few freedom fighters were no match for the disciplined army of Rome. It didn't need much divine insight to see the inevitable. Jesus warns his disciples, see these large buildings? Not a single stone will be left on another. All will be thrown down. These readings face us with a similar challenge. Where do I place my trust? What do I rely on? A large bank balance? My health? My friends? Yet, just as those temple stones quickly collapsed, so equally our certainties can suddenly disappear. Unexpectedly, we are made redundant, hit by an illness, or betrayed by a trusted loved one. Apocalyptic writings take these uncertainties seriously. Mark warns of wars and rumours of wars, earthquakes in various places, famines. It may even seem as though the whole world is falling apart. The sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. But an Apocalypse points to true hope. First, we warned, don't panic. Do not be alarmed. Neither are we to trust political rabble-rousers or dodgy religious fanatics. Take care that no one leads you astray. Many will come in my name saying, I am the one. Instead, we're told to trust in the one who actually is in control. Mark shares a vision of Jesus entering into the divine control room. They will see the Son of Man coming with great power and glory. And then he sends his angels out to do his will. And Daniel, the writer of Daniel, also promises, your people will be delivered. We live in an uncertain world. If we are not to be swamped by a sea of troubles, then we need to find a rock, something or someone who is dependable. In our church buildings, another story is told. In every Mass, the mystery of faith is proclaimed. By his death and resurrection, Christ has redeemed the world. By his rising, the crucified Son of Man has defeated evil. The Lord is the one on whom we may depend. So when nothing seems reliable, do not give up. When life seems unpredictable, do not waver. In the face of disaster, do not despair. Enjoy the good gifts of life, but only put your trust in the living God. As the author of the book of Hebrews pleads, let us hold firm to the unwavering profession of hope, for he who made the promise is trustworthy.